The only thing I know is that we have an Android 16. He is Extreme AGL. And we have a banner unit, Dragon Ball Super Ranger 17. And what this tells me is that this celebration is more of an Android celebration rather than an Android slash Cell Saga celebration, if you will. This is a very interesting choice, and I like this choice actually for a banner unit that fits the Android theme. So he is Super STR, he is Extreme AGL, and that's all I know. Let's see how good these guys are. The reason why I'm making this video is less because I make content on this game, and less because I don't really make these types of videos, but Goma changed that for me because I was blown away when I read Goma's kit. I didn't really understand what I was reading, and I'm curious to see if Goma's kit was the start of new power creep, or if this was just a one-off thing. So let's just go ahead and see what these units are offering. I will be reading 17 first. I did pull up all their stuff, but again, I haven't really read it. I'm going to start with 17. I want to see how good he is. I'm hoping for him to be a support. All these banner units should be defensive support gods, and I'm really hoping that he is that. And then we'll read 16 and we'll just go from there. So, here we go. Super STR, Android 17. He has Unworthy Rivals, Defenders of Justice, Universe Survival Saga, Androids, Siblings Bond, Battle of Wits, and Superheroes. So, I mean, since he is an Android, I'm just going to assume that Android 16 is leading. Like, we can already assume that Android 16's leader skill is going to be a combination of these, right? Let me just take a quick peek. But we'll take a look at it later. But yeah, so we can already assume that. I'm assuming 16 will lead like androids, siblings bond. Is he going to be a worthy rival? Like these leaders don't really make much sense, or these categories don't really make much sense for 16. Okay, what is 16's leader skill? Androids are uncontrollable power. Okay, so androids. So we have androids. Here. Okay. And then the other ones are Android slash Cell Saga, Mission Execution, or Artificial Life Form. Android slash Cell Saga, Mission Execution, and Artificial Life Form. Mission Execution, Artificial Life Forms, and Android slash Cell Saga. So 17 doesn't fit the leader skill? Okay. I mean, like, I guess it's not super uncommon, but the fact that these, because again, like the banner unit could have been like anything, right? Like if we get a Dokkan Fest Gohan and then banner unit Garlic Jr., like obviously Garlic Jr. isn't going to be on Gohan's leader skill, just as an example. But like the fact that this guy is an android and that the banner unit is an android and that he doesn't fit on the leader skill is kind of crazy to me. But that's besides the point. Anyway, that's what happens when you have a character that is from a specific saga, right? And then the banner unit who fits the theme but doesn't fit the saga. I don't know. Moving on. His super attack greatly raises attack and defense for one turn and causes supreme damage to enemy. Raises allies attack and defense by 17% for 2 turns. If he has additionals in this kit at all, this is going to be very, very strong. But this also applies to himself as well, which is also very, very good as well. Okay, 2 turns is also, again, like you have 2 16s and okay, that's just good. Okay, worthy rivals or defenders of justice category 3 key and 130% to stats. Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me the fact that we're still doing this is crazy to me. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, but let's go back. Let's just go back a few. All right, let's go back a few pages here. Back to page 15. Let's take a look at. So remember this AGO Kale? Banner Unit Frost. This guy came out in 2023. Okay, so we are approaching. This guy's already 2 years old, and we are approaching the 3rd year of his existence. Look at his leader skill: 3 key and 130% of stats. After all this time, we have improved in terms of the leader skill for Dokkan Fest characters, and yet somehow the banner units have remained the same. Like, if these units are going to have any impact, I mean, I guess the kit is the most important thing, but it would be nice for this to be, you know, 4 key and 160% minimum, you know? 3 key, 180% minimum. Like, that's not hard to, like, it's not, I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, 3 key and 170% stats, okay. Medium chance of dodging, nice. 30% damage reduction, nice. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to a rainbow. I wonder if Tech 16, sorry, if Extreme AGL 16 has some sort of rainbow key sphere mechanic. Androids category allies 70% to attack and defense. Wow, okay. So he's giving 70% to stats. Let's just remove these categories. He's giving 70% to stats, and then also raising stats by 17% for 2 turns on super. Okay, so he's buffing the heck out of Android 16. He's making up for the fact that he's not on the leader skill. Okay. Per Defenders of Justice or Androids category allies attacking on the same team. Or per ally on, okay, whatever. Chance of evading enemy's attack and extra damage reduction up to 40%. So you're running him on androids, obviously. So you're at 70% damage reduction and 2 chances to dodge. 30% and then an extra 40% chance to dodge. So 2 different dodge procs, which is obviously very good. 70% damage reduction, 170% to stats, an extra 70% to attack and defense. So he seems pretty good so far. When there is another Defenders of Justice or Androids category ally on the team, an extra 170% to attack. Launches an additional super, just guaranteed. Wow, so you can proc this very easily twice. So you're going to be giving Android 16 for 2 turns. I guess not for 2 turns, because it'll be... You're giving both Android 16s, right? Let's say you're running Android 16 as the lead. You have your own on rotation and the one off on the next rotation. Giving him 2 instances of this. And the one on rotation, you're giving 2 instances of this if this guy is attacking first. And then you also give him 70% to stats. That seems very good. Am I reading this right? I don't know. Foresees enemy super attack when HP is 70% or more. Which I feel like is going to be fairly easy to do, right? Evades enemy's attack as the first attacker in the turn once only. So you enter the fight, you know where they're going to be super attacking, and if it is in that first slot, you just put this guy in the first slot, he just dodges it all? Wow. 170% to attack and defense when attacking, that's obviously nice. Makes him a decent second or third slot option, because not only is he greatly raising his stats, but he's also getting a massive 170% to attack. So like this is a character that is going to be great in slot 1 for that 1 turn, but you really just want him floating off, right? I mean, you won't be able to make much, advance of this, but in the 3rd slot, you're going to have 70% damage reduction. You're going to raise your attack and defense by 50%, 2 times guaranteed, plus an additional attack and an additional defense plus 70%. Twice guaranteed, plus 170% to stats when you attack. That seems really good. For every attack received or evaded, 200% to attack, and up to a guaranteed percent chance to crit. That is... So 170% to attack, an extra 70% to attack, an extra 170% to attack, another 170% to attack, and an extra 200% attack, and then guaranteed crit. This guy seems actually really good. Like, was the last banner unit we had, like, was he this good? Like, what was the last banner unit we had? It was Piccolo. Was Piccolo this good? Oh, he doesn't seem that good. This 17. I mean, huh? Okay. He seems really good. Now I'm even more excited because obviously 16 is going to be better than this, right? With better stats and everything. So here we have 16. Androids, uncontrollable power, android slash cell saga, artificial life form, target Goku, mission execution, and saviors. Okay. Super attack effect greatly raises attack and even for 4 turns. Wow. Okay. This is just so strong because he's already getting so much support. Like, there's gonna be so much stacking support from this. Well, this isn't support, but so much stacking going on because you have the 2-turn buff from here, and then the 4-turn buff from here. So much stat stacking. Unit super attack activated when there is an android 17 or 18 attacking in the same turn. Understandable. Greatly raises attack and even for 4 turns. Causes immense damage to enemy and raises allies' defense by 50%. Dude, this guy right here is going to be invincible in slot 3. I understand he has 70% damage reduction. He's two times guaranteed. He's greatly raising attack and defense. That's 50% stack twice. And then he's raising his stats by an extra 70% 2 more times. And then on top of that, he's getting 170% to defense when he attacks. And then he's getting this as well? Like, bro, what? Okay. Androids are uncontrollable power category. 3 key, 200% and 170% to stats. An extra 50% to characters who belong to Android slash Cell Saga, Mission Execution, and Artificial Life Form. So, who's on this, dude? You have Mission Execution. Is Broly on that? You know what? Let's just use this really quick. Let's see if I remember this leader skill. So it was androids and wait. Okay. These other it was android slash Cell Saga. It was Mission Execution, right? Um, and Artificial Life Forms, right? Or was that the other one? Let me see. Oh, it's Uncontrollable Power and then Artificial Life Forms. Okay. Uncontrollable Power belongs up here. And then Artificial Life Form is up here. Let's see. So I'm guessing you have like this. Okay, yeah, you have Broly, Cell Max, and then all the androids, essentially. Okay. Not a great category, very niche, but pretty strong, right? Okay. And he has a long kit, dude. Oh, okay, this is actually it. Okay. Okay. So activates the entrance animation when there's another androids category ally on the team. Let's just start reading from here now. So that's very, very easy to get. He's going to be guarding all attacks for the rest of the fight, and then all allies defense plus 16%. Wow, dude. So this 17 just continues to get buffed through the roof. Basic effects 3 key and 260% to stats. All allies defense plus 60%. Dude, okay, this guy is. Okay. Okay. And then androids are uncontrollable power category allies attack plus 60%. So he this 16 has 260% to stats. He's giving himself and all allies 60% to attack and defense. And then all allies defense plus 16%. And he's guarding. So far, so good. When attacking, he gets 260% to attack. That's really good. And then when he's receiving an attack, he gets 160% to defense. That's obviously very, 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 very good. As the first attacker in a turn, 60% damage reduction. Launch additional attack that has the great chance of becoming a super attack. All allies defense plus 30%. Plus an additional attack plus 30% for characters who also belong to androids or uncontrollable power category within the turn after receiving an attack. After he receives the attack or after an ally receives an attack? But dude, 60% damage reduction, guarding all attacks with all this extra stats and everything that he's giving, that seems very good. As the second or third attacker in a turn, 160% to defense, and launches additional super attack when attacking. And then as the third attacker in a turn, 160% to attack and guaranteed crit when attacking. Interesting. When there is an when there's an enemy whose name includes Goku or Cell, or starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle, he gets 160% to attack, and then an extra 160% to attack when attacking as the third attacker in a turn. As a third attacker, this guy is going to be putting up what I'm assuming to be absolutely insane numbers. So if you want 16 to be a character who's just going to be nuking, you put him in slot 3. If you want him to be a tank, you put him in slot 1. So this is like a tank and a nuke all in one character. And the fact that this guy is supporting the way he does, it's just going to exacerbate one of those roles. Either his tanking role or his damage roll. It depends on which one you're really looking for. Turn 1, I mean, you can really get away with having him dodge everything, allowing him to really just build up, and then having him support 16 this way. But he seems very good. I don't know where he'd rank. I need to see videos. I need to see what he's really doing. But active skill can be activated when there's an enemy whose name includes Goku or Cell, or starting from the 5th turn. Massively raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to enemy, and disables enemy's action once within the turn. 5th turn isn't necessarily too bad, I suppose. I wonder how good, dude, like, these two combined, like, after they all super attack, like, they seem invincible, but again, I don't know. With this guy super attacking twice, and this guy super attacking a few times, yeah, they're definitely not invincible, but, like, they seem very strong defense, like, very, very, very strong defensively. They're not stacking, so, like, there's no Festival of Battles utility here, but they look really, really good. This 16 looks really, really good. He looks better than Daima Goku to me. But that could just be me or my inexperience with reading kits recently talking. You know, I'm not too entirely sure, but let me know what you guys think. I'm very excited to see these two in unison. I'm going to be skipping. Anniversary will be better than this. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, and peace.